lesbian drama is like such a thing. People are so like lesbians are so much more emotional and have so much drama. And there is so drama in like any relationship, and some relationships are more dramatic than others. So that's not fair to say that just like lesbian relationships are dramatic. I think what you do with like dramatic people, usually like the way you handle people who have a lot of anxiety and who are like passive aggressive or whatever, like what is drama is an important question. So it's like, are they passive aggressive with you? If they're doing that, you should probably tell them to stop being passive aggressive and to start being assertive. Like, the answer to drama is always maturity. You know, you give the other person empathy and then you ask them, like, what's going on. If someone's being dramatic, they're attacking you, they're probably afraid. So you probably should be like, what are you afraid of? Like, why are you getting so upset about this? I really like, I want to understand what it is. And if people aren't honest with you and like they're immature and stuff, then you probably want to reflect on like what you want in a relationship. Like, do you want people who are open and assertive, or do you want people who are very confusing and like do all kinds of confusing, aggressive behaviors? And then you like might choose whatever you choose. But my point is like drama isn't healthy. So but I think the way to like deal with dramatic people, if you love them, usually it's just like, all right, you just want to be like calm and mature. You want to just be like, okay, I can see that you're upset right now. And I totally respect that and I empathize with that. I'm not sure what's going on though. Like, I would like for you to explain it to me. And then just listen carefully. And usually if you just listen and you just let them let it out, then usually people are fine. Usually if people are afraid, they just need to say it and then they're gonna be okay. They just need to be understood. That's what it comes down to. It's like, if you feel misunderstood and alone in that like no one gets you, then it's just like that is the most painful kind of isolating, horrible feeling. And then if you feel understood by even one person, I think that usually like will help a lot. People just need to talk things through. And if they're in pain, they need to express that pain, have like that pain validated, like have someone else give them empathy and be like, yeah, I can see that you're hurting, and then they're usually okay. But yeah, dramatic people, I don't know. It just depends, like, what is a dramatic person? Also, like, another thing is, like, you want to be sensitive to. Some people are dramatic because they, like, love drama. And some people are dramatic because they have been conditioned to be afraid. And, like, if they've been abandoned a lot or if they've been abused emotionally, they have this conditioning in them, which leads them to feel like extra afraid of losing you. And it's not because there's something fundamentally wrong with them or dysfunctional with them. It's just because they've been conditioned to be afraid. And probably you can also condition them to not be so afraid. Insofar as like you can like just show them that you're still going to be there even if they open up to you and if they're afraid. Usually that's like what it is, I think, is like if they open up to you, they're afraid that they'll lose you. And if you get them to open up and then you show them that you'll still be there, they'll probably not need to express that fear very much anymore because they won't have it. So I think that's how you like deal with the dramatic people, is like you show them that they can express their fear and they're not going to drive you off because you understand that like you love them. But if you don't love them, then you have to explain that too. I think it's important and ethical to always explain. Like, if you hurt someone, like, at least explain to them, like, what you feel for them. And if it's like you are rejecting them, at the very least, like, you give them something, like, some kind of explanation. I don't know. But, whatever. Anyway, that was my little thing on dramatic lesbian relationships, which could be any relationship because lots of relationships are dramatic. Heterosexual.